this season, it seems like Mike Tomlin has been especially important to you guys. I know he's an important leader every season, but just what has he done for you guys this year that's helped you get to this point where you're in the playoffs after starting 1-3 and after having some of these rocky stretches through the season?
Really just nothing outside of his normal self. Since I've been here, as long as we've known, and everyone has been experienced over the years, the guys that come in throughout the years. He's always been that inspirational leader, just that overall figure to us. And it goes beyond necessarily just football. And, that's that relationship, like I've said, obviously, a number of times before, carries you throughout, many adversities, whether it's football related, whether it's life related. And, he's just always just dependable, always reliable, always a guy that's, willing to sacrifice and be the front, the leader, the head, being the head of all of that. And, we don't do anything. We're not just, just greatly just appreciative of just being behind a guy like that, that just come to work each and every day, and like I said, just as the front runner, just leaving it all on the line for all of us. And, who doesn't want to follow that? So,
Joe Rudder, Trib.
Yeah, Cam, where were you for the Chargers-Raiders game? And can you just tell us walk us through your emotions as that game went in overtime?
Yeah, just at home, just chilling. Just watching the game, obviously. A whirlwind of the game, events, considering the circumstances. But, obviously, all in all, it's a great game. In the ending of its sense. And, like I said, those guys getting ready for the playoffs, and, everybody's ready to go. So,
Nick Farabaugh, Pittsburgh Sports Now.
Hey, Cam, you saw at the end of the fourth quarter there the great play Minkah made on Hollywood. What allows Minkah to make plays like that? It seems like every time there's a clutch moment in the secondary, Minkah just makes some big play. What about Minkah it allows him to make such great plays in that? And what just makes Minkah special in terms of his ability there?
Yeah, obviously just a playmaker overall, just who he is. A guy who, is very knowledgeable and studies the game. Very, very detailed in his study, very detailed and specific in his game. And, you can, it's always great having guys like that, a guy like that behind you, being in places where he's supposed to be, keying and seeing things the same as, as your corners or the guys in front of him, the guys in front of him. And, and a guy who already has a knack for the ball is just, making plays on when the ball's in the air. He's obviously a great dynamic player, well before just being here, obviously here and, going to be for a long time. He's real special though. It's real special for him to, the way he gets off the hashes, the way he gets out the middle of the field, his physicality, sideline to sideline. Obviously his leadership, he's vocal. He sometimes he's vocal. He doesn't have to be vocal, but just, his play speaks for himself. So, that's my dog name.
Tim Benz, Trib.
Cam, following up on Joe's question a little bit, now that you had to go through that last night, not necessarily rooting for or against a team, but rooting directly against a tie. Are you all right with the NFL allowing ties, or should there be a permanent tiebreaker system so they don't exist like in college now?
Yeah, man, I don't think obviously I'm not in the power to get into all that type of stuff, but I don't think there should be necessarily a tie in the sense of anything, who wants to be just complacent with just tying. But, that's just kind of it, though. I don't really get anything, get into it beyond that,
Mark Cabali, The Athletic.
Hey, Cam, I'm just curious how you approach Sunday night's game. Do you approach it as sort of house money where, not many people are expecting you guys to do anything to win this game because of what happened a couple of weeks ago? How does that take a little pressure off you guys? I'm just wondering your feelings on how you approach this game.
Yeah, obviously I don't really, like I said, I don't get into stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it comes down to, step between those white lines. So obviously it's a different outcome. We're looking for a different outcome than, our first round, being out there before. But we've grown in the sense of, just maturity and just growth as a team. And, we're just playing inspired football, playing together, as a unit football. And, that's just carrying us. Obviously, that's been carrying us through the latter of the season and obviously into the playoffs. And I guess so in the sense of just, like you said, pushing the chips or, whatever the odds or whatever. We're just coming ready to play, it's another week, another opportunity, and it's a single elimination. So, that's the odd. I guess that's the odds. That's the standpoint right now. And like I said, we're ready to go. So.
Okay, I'm going to get to the last four here. Ray Fittipaldo, Post-Gazette.
Hey, Cam, one more about the Chargers-Raiders game. That definitely looked like it was headed towards a tie until Staley called the timeout. What was going through your head when you saw that he called a timeout? Were you as, curious as, some other NFL players were about that decision?
Like I said, just being, I guess, just watch, being on the outside end, obviously in the situation and watching the game, I guess in the sense of just having that tie or just that scenario to tie, I don't know, like I said, in the sense of what, I'm not on those guys' teams, you know what I mean? So I don't know necessarily their situation-wise of obviously playing out, they had successful plays that they were to put together a drive, you know what I mean? And, put themselves in a good situation to obviously kick the field goal. So it's just, like I said, it's all different mentalities and different situations that's going through different guys' heads. So you kind of just got to, I guess, go off of what's the guys who are actually in those moments, you know what I mean?
Jeff Hawthorne, 93.7.
Cam, you're able to get 1 of 3 turnovers yesterday. What does that do confidence-wise for you guys heading into the game with the Chiefs, and how crucial are trying to find turnovers in this game Sunday night going to be?
Yeah, obviously, turnovers are a big part of, changing outcomes of games. We know that as a whole, just being a part of just, like I said, just I guess, critical turnover in a sense. Just giving the team opportunities to just continue, obviously, our season to continue to, get the ball back to our offense and let them, put together drives and keep putting ourselves in good situations to win. And, that's exciting. Like I said, we're growing within the weeks, we're, on both sides of the ball, obviously, special teams as well. And, we're just so energized and just so enthused of just being here, being together, just continuing our opportunity and, just going to the playoffs. Obviously, we know it's going to be big to get out to Mahomes, get out to those guys, in the run, in the pass, and, just play our game. You know what I mean? Just, like I said, just play inspired, just come ready to play, man. We're hungry. You know what I mean? We're ready to play. And, like I said, we're on the road, in a great venue, but like I said, we'll be ready to go.
Nick Farabaugh.
Yeah, Cam, going back to Minkah real quick. I don't know if you got a chance to see the play overall, just maybe from where you were. I think it was cover 2, and Minkah came over and knocked that out of Hollywood's hands. What kind of allows him to make that play? I mean, just how hard is that? Just put into perspective, how hard is that play to make on a cover 2 like that, on the sideline, guy toe tapping to get it out like that? What makes that play so special and so great?
Yep, obviously, just, like you said, as overall just a cover 2 shell type look. Minkah's done a great job of disguising. He's kind of, just moving around, messing with his line and things, giving Huntley, different things to look at. And that's just with any great defender. Just want to move around. You just want to, obviously give quarterbacks different things, give different coverages to look at. And obviously with Mink being visual, just knowing, understanding and knowing his role within the defense, that allows him to, get to where he needs to be visual, I guess, in the sense of obviously being in the coverage and, just obviously his playmaking sense, his ability to, like I said, he's a sideline player. He has a, great knack for finding the ball in the air. And, obviously if you see on the play too, he does a great job, obviously a great job of not only just locating the ball, but, finding Hollywood on the sideline, tracking him on the sideline and being able to, finish him at the play on the sideline as well. So,
Right, I've actually got 2 more here. First, Tim Ben's Trib.
Cam, coming out of Kansas City the first time, what bothered you guys in the secondary the most about how that game went down, and how do you address it for this time?
I think the biggest thing was just situational awareness. Obviously not necessarily we didn't play a bad game in a sense. Obviously we didn't have the outcome in many results in certain areas that we wanted to. A big thing is just getting off the field. Long possessions. They were able to, move the ball, not in the sense of necessarily a bunch of chunk plays or a bunch of explosive plays, but they were still able to move the ball and still be able to stay on it and still find a consistent rhythm. We just have to do a better job of just finding ways to get off the field, limit those guys, opportunities and exposure to, seeing a lot of plays and seeing a lot of, opportunities. And like I said, just be ready to go and get after those guys.
Last question, and then we got to wrap it up. Joe Rudder, Trib.
Thanks for letting me jump in with one more. Playing them 2 weeks ago, what can that do for the young guys, the rookies on this team, that now that they've had a chance to be in that stadium and face that environment?
Yeah, obviously a venue, like I said, it's a great venue, overall, obviously a venue that we've been in this year and we're able to experience. And even then, that's week in, week out for those guys, when they play in their home venue, that's a playoff atmosphere, that's a playoff stadium for them too. And so, we know they're going to be hype, they're going to be, the crowd's going to be into it. But our job is obviously, eliminate that factor and obviously not let that be a factor. You know what I mean? We come with our own energy, come with our own spark, and not necessarily let the crowd necessarily get into the be a factor of the game. And, just hone in, come in, just play, steal the football, and just, like I said, just be ready to go. So.